What's up, YouTube? We are back with another episode of
Surviving the Cleaning Industry. How you doing? Y'all, we've been gone for so long. We apologize, but sometimes, y'all, you need to take a self-care break, right? And we're also preparing for 2025. It is so much that we have in store, but we did miss y'all, okay?
We missed y'all, and I know y'all missed us too, okay? But guess what? Enough of the small talk. On this episode, we are actually going to be doing a walkthrough on a department store, and we've been getting some requests. A lot of y'all have been wanting to know how we bid on these accounts. So on this episode, we're going to be breaking down how we bid on this account. So stay tuned in.
And not only that, you guys, I know you guys are always asking, how do we get the contract? How do they contact you? Well, they found us on Google. So we're always relevant on Google. Ms. Johnson is always talking about, make sure your Google presence is
on key. Make sure those Google reviews is up, baby. Okay. Not only that, but we also got a few updates. We're going to be launching a new community on Black Friday, and this new community is going to be the bomb, y'all. It's only $15 to sign up. $15. The price so low that you can't say no. The price of Netflix. If you got a Netflix account, you can afford to get inside this community. Okay,
right.
You don't want to hear no, oh, I can't afford. Listen, we made it very, very affordable.
Yes,
right?
This new community is going to be everything for you guys. We have taken all of everyone's survey answers as far as, what can we do to make things better? What are you tired of? What can you feel like can be improved? So we just did a little homework on everybody, and we decided to launch our new community 2025. I can't wait. I'm excited.
We're going to be going live in the community from Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. From 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we're going live, baby, every single day. We're going to give it to you in this community. So you'll be a fool not to tap in with us every day, okay? You need that morning motivation to get started with your day. So there is no excuses. The information is going to be right here in this community.
Absolutely, you guys, because your energy attracts your income. So you better get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, because if you're waking up at 8 o'clock, just at 8 o'clock, you already late. So wake up on time so you can get to the morning meetup, right?
All right. So enough of the small talk. Y'all check out this walkthrough. Check it out. All right, y'all. So now, today we got a walkthrough on this building right here. Come on. Let's go check it out. Come on, girl. Shit, you're gonna be late. So you guys are looking for windows, front and back, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what else?
I believe all these cash wraps. These are brand new, if you can believe it. I don't know.
So wipe all of these down.
Yeah.
Okay. You want the are you guys looking for the floor to be done, or?
I think the floors would only be in these offices, and then in the bathrooms and break room. We'll
okay. Let's look at these.
Not got to do carpet tile here, but it should be. It'll be brand new. So
okay. So when my cleaning crew comes, you don't want them to do anything on this floor, just these.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's my understanding.
Oh, okay. Wipe off the counter, floors. Okay. This side here too?
Yeah.
Floors.
And then there's kind of
oh, this is upstairs. This is upstairs? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think they want to get these scrubbed.
Okay. Steps. Vacuum the carpet.
Yeah, I'll have it set away.
Okay. Any bathrooms?
Yeah, let me think about it.
When are you guys going to be opening?
I'm not sure they start putting.
All right, you guys. So just taking a look at this department store, it is huge. I mean, from the floors to the offices to the restrooms, just everything about it is huge. But keep in mind, we're not going to bid on the square footage, okay? Because they're not wanting the whole entire store clean. They're only wanting the bathrooms clean, the offices, and the windows and like the cash register part, where you have the cash registers, that's pretty much it.
That's right. So that's the first part that we just showed you guys He wants that part. And then the large area that you see us walking through right now, we don't have to clean that part.
Right.
We're walking towards the bathrooms, and it's only 2 bathrooms. And it's a department. It's a little break room on the side.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. And it's a closet. It's a little closet that needs to be cleaned too. But that is it in the scope of work. Okay. So although this is a huge department store, we ain't gonna be cleaning the whole department store. So we're not going to be using the square footage.
Right.
We're not gonna be bidding by the square footage. Okay. Keep watching.
But yeah, this is a new break room.
Okay.
This, I mean, some of this is not going to come out just due to, they may want us to replace some of these. I'm waiting to hear back, but just figured,
Oh, you're not sure?
Yeah, I figured just giving it a scrub, see how it does.
Okay. Is this sweep and mop, or are they looking for it to be strip and whack? That's the thing.
I just plan on, we'll let you know if it's any different, just plan on sweeping them out for now.
Okay.
I'll let you know where.
Okay.
Message. Okay. So you want to ask for clarification, and this is a red flag. Okay. We talked about this before. So if you hear in the video, there's a concern about the floors, asking if the floors need to be stripped and waxed. What would you like for us to do to the floors? Do you want us to sweep, mop? He said, well, nah, maybe we should give it a good scrub. Okay. Then Ms. Johnson had to clarify, okay, what are you wanting done? Because we don't want to not do something and you want something else to be done.
Yeah, it's a difference between scrub, strip, wax, scrub, and sweep and mop. See, it's a difference. So we need clarity. So when he asked the question, when he was speaking, he was like, well, I'm thinking about, well, first of all, we talked about uncertainties, right? And it sounded like he was uncertain
on what needs to be done.
These are red flags. And they're like, like that.
Yeah.
We got to get clarity.
And he's not the decision maker, so he was just the person that was there to give us the walkthrough.
Yeah, we need clarity. So he did state on the video, sweep and mop. Okay, so we're gonna bid it sweep and mop because they may take those floors up. We don't know, but we just need to be clear so we can send this bid off correctly.
Right.
Right.
That's fine. Nothing here. Now you get home. Oh, it smells like shit. Oh, shit, it's in here.
Y'all, them bathrooms was stank as hell. They was funky as hell.
They smelled like...
The first bathroom I walked in. Did you walk in that bathroom?
Yes, I walked in and walked right back out.
You didn't warn me.
I couldn't. The scent was so traumatizing. It choked me up for what I was trying to say or do. I'm sorry.
So the smell was so strong. It damn near, I almost didn't get the footage. As you can see, when I walked in, I had to be like that. Like it's like ammonia type strong smell in there. So as you can see, it was like poop in the toilets. And I believe that poop had probably been there for
quite some time.
A long time. It might have been there for over a year. You know, and just imagine urine and feces sitting in the toilet all year. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll knock you out walking inside that bathroom. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And then we went into the men's bathroom. The men's bathroom wasn't as bad as the female's bathroom.
I think the female's bathroom, just think about feminine products mixed with boo-boo, mixed with pee. It was just not a good combination. And surprisingly, you know, nothing against our men out here, but, you know, it was just, their bathroom actually smelled pleasant.
It wasn't as bad as the
I'd rather to walk in the men's
Okay.
bathroom
But-
versus walking back into the women's.
both bathrooms needed a deep clean. I'm talking the walls needed to be scrubbed down, wiped every inch of it. The video really didn't do us no justice.
I wish we had smell-o-vision and like really, you know how they do virtual walkthroughs? I really wish we could have did a virtual walkthrough and people can actually smell and actually see.
I wish y'all ain't want. I wouldn't put them through that. That was horrible. So, everything else that we walked, we could take care of that. As you can see, the break room, it was really just like floors and wipe down the little kitchenette area, little cabinet. That's a piece of cake. The first area that we walked in, the steps, that little room upstairs, that's a piece of cake. And the windows, front and back, that ain't no thing. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing to get them windows, honey.
Yeah.
Go get you an extension from Home Depot or Lowe's. And if you got the right equipment, you can get them windows done with no problem.
Yeah, the bathroom was the most time-consuming part because it needed a little extra love.
Right. But with that being said, keep on watching the video, y'all.
So this will be used as a one-time or are you looking for reoccurring?
Just the one time post construction cleaning.
Okay. And they got the male bathroom. Smells better than the female bathroom. Right. Which is surprising. Yeah, we're gonna have to give this thing a good deep clean. See that flow? Yeah.
All right, y'all. This is the fun part. Now it's time to put together the bid. Okay.
Right.
All right. Y'all ready to get into it? Y'all ready? All right. Let's go. Now, when it comes to bidding, you guys seen everything. The scope of work. This is a deep clean. They want the windows front and back. They want the little small area from to the left when we walked in, and we walked up some stairs. It was a little office up to the top, and then they don't want the large area done. They just want way in the back the 2 bathrooms. They want the break room, and it's a little closet. That is what we're going to quote. Okay. Now, when it comes to bidding, first of all, I gotta say this. God damn it, everybody is going to bid differently. You're going to listen to coaches, and they're going to come up with their bidding price. Their bidding process is going to be way different than how I bid. Okay. You can listen to 5 different coaches and everybody is going to give you a different way to bid. Let's just get that understood right now. Okay. The way Miss Johnson bid is the way I've always been bidding. And this is the way I understand it. Okay. All right. Now that that's said, I'm going to say this. Count like that. The first thing I'm thinking about is who's going to clean it? Who are you going to go with? Are you going to hire a IC? Are you going to put an employee in there? Or are you going to subcontract this thing out to a company? Okay, so think about who's going to clean it. Which one are you guys going to go with? Because it's a different bidding process with each one of those candidates. Okay, now we're going to do this on ICs, independent contractors. Okay. Because I believe that an independent contractor will be the best fit for this account. Okay. So I'm going to go with the independent contractor, and that's just my choice. You might want to go with an employee and pay the employee $15 an hour. You might want to do that. Or you might want to subcontract this thing out to a company. I don't know your numbers, but I'm going to go with the IC, and I'm going to break this thing all the way down for you. Okay. So I'm gonna go with the IC. I already know that. Now I have to think about how long is it gonna take my ICs to clean this account. So how do I figure that out? I have to know the production rate. Now this is one of the things about me that y'all have to understand is I've been an actual cleaner for 20 years, over 20 years. Okay, I've been physically out there in buildings cleaning houses, dirty buildings, tubs, toilets, you name it, I've been there. Okay, so I don't I usually give it a good guesstimate on how long it can take 1, 2, or 3 cleaners to clean something. I just give it a good guesstimate. That's me though. You might be new to the game. You probably never cleaned before, right? So to a person that's never cleaned before, they might look at that big thing and say, I don't know how long it takes to clean all of that. I don't know. So if you don't know the production rate, you can Google the standard production rates, or you can maybe go to ISSA website and look at their production rates. They usually have the production rates on their website somewhere. So do your market research, find out what the standard production rates are. And production rates is just like how long it takes the cleaner to clean a certain amount of square footage. That's what it is. I've never had to do all that. I never bid like that. I always bid through giving it a guesstimate on how long it's going to take. I could literally walk inside of a building and say, I think that this would take 2 cleaners about 5 hours. And that's my guesstimate. That's how I've been doing it for years. Okay. So I give it a good guesstimate. Like, how long do I feel like it's going to take how many cleaners? Once I got that together, I know I'm going to use an IC. I think that this account will take 2 cleaners about 5 hours. That is my guess. Okay. So, because I'm only quoting the scope of work of everything that he needs to get done. Next, I have to figure out how much I'm going to pay the IC to do the work, right? Now, how much would I pay 2 independent contractors to do a 5-hour clean? And if it was to go over 5 hours to 6 hours, would I still have a little money left over to take care of that? Like all of these things, all of the things is going through my head right now, right? With independent contractors, you got to realize that they have to buy their own supplies. They have to have their own insurance, pay for their own gas and everything. So you have to be considerate of all the things when you are bidding, because you got to make it make sense. Because at the end of the day, we doing all of these walkthroughs and we putting together quotes and stuff like that so we can do what? Make some money. We want to make some money in our bank account, personal bank account, net income. Okay, that is what we're doing all the things for. So at the end of the day, if you're not making any money in your not your bank, not your business bank account, but your bank account needs to make some money. Okay, so you got to think about it all. All right. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so we figured we're going to go with the IC. We said how long it's going to take. It's going to take 2 people, 5 hours. How much are we going to pay them? That's what we on. So usually what I do is you have to first of all, you need to know your market research. You need to know how much the cleaners are getting paid in your city. I've said it over and over and over again. And I know these numbers very well. I know how much employees get paid, how much independent contractors are getting paid in my city. All right. So I take those numbers and I play with those numbers. How do you find out those numbers? Go on Indeed. Okay. You can go on Indeed. You can go on ZipRecruiter. Look at people's ads on Facebook whenever they're advertising for an independent contractor. Like, call them people and talk to them and see how much how much the job is and how they're paying. By me doing all of this market research throughout the years, that's how I know my numbers. Okay. Now, with this right here, back to it. I know that I can, for a 5-hour clean, I can pay 2 people $250 a piece. And that's for a 5-hour clean. Okay. I know that most of the jobs in this city, cleaners are getting paid about $15 an hour. in between $15 to $18 an hour, I would say, on average, right? Now, ICs, they have to get paid a little more because of the insurance and because of the supplies that they have to have, right? So I have to think about all of the things. So my ICs will have to get paid a little more. So let's see. Let's pull my handy dandy calculator out real quick. Let's see, 250 divided by 5. That's like $50 an hour. That's crazy. That is crazy right there. So you mean to tell me you can't find... See, and another thing you got to think about is when the IC Googles this location, they're going to be like, I ain't doing that big old building for that. That's a...
Not realizing they're not cleaning the whole building.
Not realizing that you don't have to do the whole building, okay? So you have to take your IC through and explain to them the scope of work. And tell them that it's estimated as a 5-hour clean for you. Okay, so they're going to be getting paid $50 an hour, which I feel like is exceptional. Okay, each cleaner would make that. All right, so that equals up to $500, right? So now that I got that price, I know my labor costs, I can probably get this thing done for about $500. That's my labor price. That's in my head. Now, you want to do the rest?
All right, so you guys, so now that Ms. Johnson actually came up with the amount of how much she's going to pay the contractors for the job, now it's time to calculate the overhead, the taxes, and the profit. So she's like, okay, now that I come up with my taxes and my overhead, now I get to figure out how much my profit really is. Hopefully you guys can see this. If not, I'll have to bring it up so you guys can see. Can y'all see that? I think y'all can see that. So basically, the magic number, she played with it back and forth, she came up with 1,500. Okay? Having the 1,500, now you're going to take out for your taxes. Now, each state is going to be different when it comes to taxes. So you will have to consult your CPA, tax preparer, or just go on Google and see what is your tax for that particular state. So right now, for us here in Georgia, it's 0.06%. So you will multiply the 1,500 that's going to go into your account before you pay the contractor. You got to multiply this together to get 90, and that's going to be how much taxes you're going to pay on $1,500. So you're going to put that over here. Now you had your overhead. Now I want to explain to you guys when it comes to overhead and why it's 180 for Ms. Johnson. Now everything that she has, what I did is she has like insurance. She has paying for her office. She has paying for you got a CRM that she paid for. It's a lot of things that pertain to the business that makes the business operate, which is considered as overhead. So out of everything, I added everything up and I multiplied that by 10%, which is 0.10. Okay, that is how I came up with the 180. Okay, now once you get the total amount, because that's it, because we're dealing with an IC, we're not dealing with an employee. Okay, because when you deal with an employee, now you have to add in your FICA taxes, now you have to add in the cost of supplies, and then data. Okay, but right now we're just talking about ICs at the moment. So now we just worry about our taxes and our overhead. When we take out for the taxes and the overhead, we're left with $1,230. Okay, now the 500 is what she wanted to pay to contractors. Okay, so now when I take out the 500 of the amount that she wants to pay the contractors, we're left with $730. Now a lot of y'all like to take that $730 and put it in y'all pocket and say, this is what belongs to me. But you ain't paid, you ain't took out for your taxes, you ain't took out, you know, you ain't done none of that stuff. Now, so now I would divide it by 3. Once I divide this by 3, because Ms. Johnson has about 4 to 5 accounts. This right here will be put inside our pay vendors account. So this has its own entity. Now, these right here will be her personal account, her tax account, and her personal account. That's 3 accounts. So each account will get $243 a piece. Okay, so now when Miss Johnson talks to everybody and she tells them about, make sure you have the multiple different accounts, because when you get the money, now you have to do the split. So with that indication of how much money you have left, which is the 730 right here, you divide it into the 3 accounts. Now you know 500 is going to go into the pay vendors account, because you got to have a payroll account. 243 is going to go into the rest of the accounts that you have. In your personal account, you're going to have 243. In your tax account, you're going to have 243. Now, apparently your taxes is only $90, but off of this account, you actually are benefiting, because now you're putting more money into the whole point is to just put the money into your tax account. So when it's time to pay your taxes, you're not scrambling, trying to figure out, well, how I'm going to pay this big tax bill. You're already going to have the money there. Now, if you wanted to, you could just take the $90 out for the taxes. Leave it up to you. I'm going to do what we do, okay? Because now we're ahead of the game. Long story short, 243 in each account, that's yours, period.
And that is how we bid. So as you can see, the bid was $1,500. That was the bid. The bid was $1,500. So we took $500, and that's our labor. All right, that's what I'm going to pay my ICs, $500, right? And once we know what we're going to pay them, now we have to put the overhead and the taxes on top of that.
Right.
Once we put that on top, now you can put your profit on top of that, and you can play with the profit.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we just didn't throw 1,500 out here. You might just see 1,500 on this board, and that's because we were playing with the numbers to make this number right here be what it is. Because as we were playing with the numbers, at first it was $100,
right?
And we don't want to do all that.
I'm worried about what's gonna go in my account,
right?
Do I want to entertain? Like, just think about it. Some of y'all be taking on some accounts that's just sickening as hell, and you got to think about what's gonna go in your account, your personal account. So for me, bidding on this and going out there to do the walkthrough and managing this account, what do I want to get paid for all of that? Right? What do I want to make for even dealing with the account, right? And what comes into our bank account is the 243. That's what comes in, and that's what we would make from the office. We would make 243 off of it. And we've already paid our taxes off of it, and
put the overhead,
did all the things.
Right.
Okay. Now, I know it can be confusing, darling. I know y'all might have to rewind this back and look at it again, but I'm trying my best to explain this in the way that I understand.
All in all, like Miss Johnson said in the beginning of the video, everybody is going to bid differently. I like Miss Johnson's metaphor, how she introduces to people on how to bid. She actually says, she compares it into cooking spaghetti. Right? She tells people, okay, if I cook spaghetti, I'm going to cook it this way. If you cook spaghetti, you're going to cook it this way. In everything, it's going to still be spaghetti. I don't care how much you switch up the recipe. Now, the taste might be different, but it's still going to be spaghetti. So when it comes to bidding, you guys, you bid according to how you bid. And I guarantee you, as long as you calculate your taxes and your overhead, it's going to make you change your numbers and how you price anyway. Because you're going to find out, hey, well, maybe I'm pricing too low. Or well, maybe I'm pricing too high. Right. You got to make sure that you do your market research, okay? To know what it is in the area, okay? To be able to play with these numbers, okay? We're not just coming up with these numbers out the butt, okay? We're really not. You really have to play with these numbers to know, okay, what do I want to take home, like she said. And once you figure that out, you're absolutely okay. Just add on your taxes, however you price. I don't care how it is. However you price, if you just getting into the game, just think about, like she said, how much are you going to pay someone to do this job? How many people will it require to get the job done? Okay. Once you figure that out, add on your taxes and your overhead. And now you're going to figure out, is this going to make sense for me? Because if it doesn't make sense for you, then guess what? You don't need to take the account.
Right. It's been situations where we would do these numbers for our students, and they were in the negatives in their personal bank account.
Right.
And we found that we were like, girl, you're not really making no money off of that account, because when you bid on it, you didn't factor the taxes in the overhead. You didn't think about certain things. You were just thinking, and you were just putting all the money in one bank account.
Right.
You know, you're headed for destruction if you're putting all your money in one bank account.
Right. So just all in all, you guys, just keep in mind that when you're trying to come up with your taxes, you look on the internet, you find a CPA, you talk to someone who knows about state taxes. Okay. So that way you can know that you're pricing this correctly. Ours is 6%. Okay. 6% in a decimal is 0.06. Whatever it is for you, you can just Google it and see exactly how do you actually put that into a decimal. Okay. Simple as that. Because I don't want to confuse nobody. Because when I started to learn it, it became confusing for me too. But how you come up with your overhead, again, you guys, if I have to write this down, whether you have your insurance, you have your insurance, you have maybe a CRM that you're paying for, you have an office that you're paying for, you have a scheduling app that you're paying for. All of those things, you're going to add all those up and multiply that times 0.10, because you're going to give 10% of that. Okay. How do you come up with 10%? The CPA. They'll give you the information and let you know, okay, you should give 10%, because it goes according to how big the account is and how small the account is, right? You're not going to take a huge percentage off of a small account. It only makes sense. So you're only going to take a small percentage of your overhead. So that's why it's just 10%. Okay. Once you get that down pat, you're going to play with those numbers and you're going to see for yourself. I guarantee. Okay.
Yes. So with that being said, I would just want to let y'all know that we did end up winning this account. And guess what we did?
What?
So I decided to outsource this thing to my son.
Yes.
Okay. Because I know my baby boy could take care of this thing. He'll take the whole damn account for $500, honey. He'll take the whole damn account. So what we decided to do was outsource it to him. I gave him a walkthrough and he was like, listen, I don't need no help. He said, I don't need no help. I can handle this.
He was ready to make that money.
Yeah. He said, 5 hours, I got this.
Don't give it to no contractor.
Don't worry about
I'll take it.
But guess what? I ain't let him do the whole thing by himself. Like, me and Tamika actually went out there and helped him out with the windows. So I said, if you want to do it, and then I didn't take none of his $500 and nothing like that. I gave him his $5. And I told him, Mama, we're going to come out there and we're going to help you out with the windows. Okay. So you just handle everything else, son. And we're going to get out there and we're going to do the windows for you. We're not afraid to get our hands dirty.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm teaching you guys how to bid, how we would have bid it. I could have put 2 ICs in there, paid both of the ICs $250 a piece. I've done it plenty of times before. I think we bid it pretty good.
I think it was bid perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Just with the overhead and everything, and they accepted the bid and they went with tenacity, and we got the job done. So
yeah. I don't think it was a bad.
You just gotta
I don't think it was bad. It still equal up to $50 an hour
for the ICs. Yeah. If 2 ICs would have did it, yeah.
Anyway. That's good money. That's some good money right there. Okay. Now, if you were to get a employee, like I said, the numbers are going to be different. They're going to be astronomically different, because now you got to take away the FICA and the what's the name of the other stuff? The FICA and the
you got to take away
other shit.
You just got to take
taxes,
away
overhead, the supplies.
Yeah, because now you got to add the FICA taxes and you have to add the supplies into it.
Yeah, because now you have to purchase the supplies for the employee and so on and so forth, right? And you're not going to be paying the employee $50 an hour either. Them prices going to lower down because you have to pay for all the things. We're just trying to teach y'all, but we can't give it all to you on one damn video. Right. Okay? It's hard enough just trying to explain all this stuff. It really is.
It is. Shit, I'm feeling like a rotisserie chicken doing it.
It is what it is, y'all. But keep watching the video. We're at one of our accounts that we just won. It's a storefront. We're about to do these windows, front and back. It has tape on it. So let's see. Trying to see if my silver scrubber will get this tape off. Yep, it's coming off. But the problem is, it's also removing the tint, so I gotta let them know. But yeah, y'all come check it out. Here, I'm doing a video. You want to be on video? No?
You already asked me, do I want to be on video? You should have asked me off of camera.
All right, so we're doing these windows, front and back. Shit. Then we got Colin just did that, and then all right, so y'all see us out there getting our hands dirty with these windows.
I ain't even gonna front. I did have some little fun. I
had fun. Sometimes you know, it ain't bad getting out there and getting. We not too good to get our hands dirty, okay? But since we did this account, I'm gonna tell you what my guesstimate was. Sorry about that. I said 2 people, 5 hours a piece, which equals 10 man hours, right? This account, actually, since we already cleaned it, we already got, you know, good compliments on the job, and I don't think I have before and after of it though. I didn't get that damn before and after, but it took my son 5 hours to complete the bathrooms, to do everything else. Me and Tamika, we did the windows for him, and it took us 2 hours to do the windows. The only reason it took us 2 hours to do those windows is because I didn't know during the walkthrough that the windows had this sticky shit all over it, these little sticky patches, and I was like, damn. So this is gonna be a little time consuming. I didn't think about the stickiness, so I asked them, hey, are you guys expecting us to get all of the sticky things off? And he was like, yeah, just try to get as much as you can. Okay, so I'm like, okay. And then as I'm taking it off, I'm noticing some of them, the tint is coming off with it. So I had to go back to him and say, hey, I just want you to know that the goddamn tint is coming up with that damn sticky tape. Okay, gotta let them know. You gotta cover yourself. You gotta communicate. Okay, but all in all, it literally took, she did one side and I did the other side. So it took us 2 hours to complete all of the windows for him. So that would equal up to 5 man hours for my son and all the stuff that he did, and 4 man hours for me and Tamika, which equals up to 9 man hours. Okay, so I wasn't wrong. I said my guesstimate was 10 man hours. It ended up being 9 man hours because we actually did this account. It wasn't that bad. We wasn't that far off. Nope. And just remember that you can always play with those numbers. You don't have to bid it the way I did. You might want to pay your independent contractor more. You might want to pay your independent contractor less. You might want to take home more than what we took home. I'm not greedy. And you need to also think about your competitors, think about your clients too. Like, let's not be greedy, y'all. Let's not be greedy. Don't go in there and think just because you see a big department store, oh, I want to charge them $1 billion. Like, be fair.
Right.
But be clear on your numbers and what you want to take home and what you fairly want to pay someone to do the job.
Right.
Okay?
All in all, you guys, like, pricing, it's definitely like a touchy subject for a lot of people. Because they don't know whether I'm bidding right or whether I'm bidding wrong. Am I going to bid right for the people to go with me? Am I going to bid wrong by underbidding myself? And Ms. Johnson is always saying that experience is our best teacher. And it just all depends on the type of account, the scope of work that you're doing. And always keep in mind, everybody's not your client. You just have to do what works for you and your company.
That's right. And always remember that bidding wrong helps you bid right.
Right.
So get on out there and start bidding on those accounts. you gonna fuck up. Okay? It's bound to happen. You're gonna mess up over and over and over and over again.
Right.
But bidding wrong is only helping you learn how to bid correctly anyway. Okay? Don't be afraid to take them L's, okay? That's it for our episode. Make sure you guys join our new community, okay? Because we got a new community. It's only $15 a month. If you want some more of this good information, because we really give it to our community. I go live in the community each and every day, Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You can tap in, get some morning inspiration, motivation, education, to start your day off with. Okay.
Absolutely.
We also got tons of courses in there. Y'all need to be tapping in with us. If you want to tap in with us, you want us to help you out with growing your cleaning company, tap into our community, man.
I cannot wait to see you guys there. Like, you're gonna see, we about to turn up for 2025, y'all. Like, this is about to be crazy and epic, and I cannot wait. So come on, y'all, and join the community so we can see you there.
That's right. Well, that's it for our episode, man. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Make sure y'all leave some comments down below and let me know, how would you have quote this? What was your bid gonna be? Huh? Did you think we bid too low, too high? What you thought? I want to know your thoughts. Let's go, y'all. I'll see y'all on the next episode.
Peace.